Guys, Comic Boom here to review Wonder Woman issue 51. This is Joe Orlando's first issue. How did he do? Is it any good? Let's check it out. Guys, Wonder Woman issue 51 is basically, it's almost sort of a de facto continuation of Wonder Woman issue 28. Wonder Woman issue 28 was written by Shea Fontana, and it starred a supervillain by the name of Mayfly, who basically tries to assassinate and kill Wonder Woman. Now, what this one-shot issue written by Joe Orlando sort of picks up after the events of issue 28, dealing mainly with the incarceration of Mayfly and the rehabilitation of Mayfly. This focuses on Wonder Woman's, Wonder Woman's a peaceful warrior. This focuses more on Wonder Woman's peaceful nature. There's not a lot of warrior in this issue. It focuses on Wonder Woman's capacity to rehabilitate her enemies, to care about her enemies, to show them compassion and forgiveness, and help them achieve some form of redemption. That's what Wonder Woman does in this issue with Mayfly. Now, just a little bit of a background on Mayfly. Mayfly was, there wasn't a lot revealed about Mayfly in Shea Fontana's run in issue 28, other than the fact that Mayfly was basically, she was born a hemophiliac. She basically, whenever she gets injured, the danger is that she could bleed out and die. And at some point, she obtained superpowers in an explosion, in a gene lab explosion that apparently imbued her with super strength and super speed, and made her a very capable hand-to-hand combatant, and also gave her the ability to be very good at shooting weapons. And she became basically a hitman, sort of a hit woman. And she took out, and she was basically, she took out a hit on Wonder Woman, and of course she was defeated. And she would have killed Wonder Woman if not for the intervention of Ada Candy, who actually saved Wonder Woman's life and prevented Mayfly from shooting Wonder Woman in the stomach. And there's a flashback sequence here, right on the opening page, which is pretty much a duplicate, almost a duplicate image of an image that is in Wonder Woman issue 28. Now, how is this issue? Overall, I gotta say that it's very by the numbers, very predictable, and it's clear what Joe Orlando's trying to do. He very clearly views Wonder Woman as someone who's got a great capacity for forgiveness and love of her enemies, etc., etc. And I just, I would love. I would give this issue. It's a beautiful cover. This is the standard cover by Art Germ. Usually Art Germ does the variant covers. For whatever reason, Art Germ, this is the standard cover for Art Germ. And this is, there's another cover for it on my comic shop, but never had it, but I wanted to get both, but they're both pretty good. I forget the other one. In any event, it's a beautiful cover, and the art is, the art's okay. I think it's Laura Braga does the art. Laura Braga's the artist. It's competent art. It's not as good as the previous, the art in the previous runs, but it's adequate. It serves the purpose of the story. And the story itself, I find very by the numbers, and it's a very cliche view of Wonder Woman. Doesn't reveal much, and again, if you want to give this has the feel of something you'd see in a cartoon of Wonder Woman. It's very simplistic, very by the numbers. In my view, it's too simplistic. I wish it had a little bit more substance to it. I didn't really buy the whole Mayfly redemption. I didn't find it convincing. I didn't really feel the big revelation moment where Mayfly realizes that Wonder Woman respects her and that she understands why Wonder Woman kept visiting her, because Wonder Woman throughout the issue keeps visiting Mayfly in prison over a number of years, and continuity wise it doesn't work. For what it's worth, it doesn't fit continuity-wise in what's happened in the past. But I can let that go, because I understand where Joe Orlando was going with it. It's a redemption story. I get it. It just wasn't very exciting. It wasn't very enduring. It wasn't particularly emotional. I didn't buy it. Wonder Woman's reference to her past and one of her past Amazons dying doesn't make any sense, because she doesn't have contact with Themyscira, so she couldn't possibly know that one of her Amazonian mentors had died. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't fit in continuity-wise. But even letting all that go, it doesn't make sense that Wonder Woman would go back and confide her life and confide her deepest issues, personal issues with Mayfly, with somebody that tried to kill her. That's absurd. It's but I get it's supposed to be a feel-good comic. I get it, and I also realize, by the way, I've been complaining about all that. I've been a little bit of a negative Nelly on the DC Universe lately because it's been so dark. But I gotta give the DC Universe some credit, because even though the stories have been generally dark in the DC Universe as of late, and they continue to get darker and darker and darker, they have been kind of good. I mean, it's been exciting, and they're doing pretty well in sales, so obviously people are enjoying it. I just wish it'd be a little bit more light. And so, therefore, I should probably not complain too much about this issue, because this is an issue filled with hope and light and redemption, and Wonder Woman loving and showing forgiveness to her enemies, even an enemy that tried to kill her. So, in that respect, it's good. It's just, or at least it has the right intention. It's just a poorly written story. It's just very one-dimensional, very cliche. It felt really, really cliche and empty. And I wish maybe I could explain it better. I'm just so disappointed in this. If Wonder Woman wants to, why would Wonder Woman pick Mayfly of all people to go and 52 visits? She visits Mayfly 52 times in prison. For what? Like, if you want to rehabilitate prisoners, why not, I don't know, why don't you give a self-help seminar and take a tour of the prisons across the United States? I mean, my God, Wonder Woman, you put hundreds of people behind bars all the time. Is that what you do? Is your life that lonely that you need to find some meaning because you got to go from prison to prison? Or do you visit all your enemies in prison? Is this what you do? I'm sorry, but this is so completely not how I view Wonder Woman. That is so boring. If she does do that, I really didn't need to know that. I get it, and maybe I don't know, but please focus on the warrior aspect of the peaceful warrior. Come on. This is just boring. I mean, we get it. First she's throwing her magic lasso that does all the work, and the magic lasso subjugates her enemies and makes them calm down and be perfect and just surrender and supplicate. And she supplicates herself to her enemies. And then during James Robinson run, we had Wonder Woman loving. Remember, she loved the spirits, all the dead souls of her brothers and sisters out of Darkseid. Remember, she used her super love power, and then she used her super love power not only to defeat Darkseid, but she used her super love power to defeat one of the dark gods in the Wonder Woman annual. And now all of a sudden she, I don't know why. Why do you need to visit Mayfly if you have this super love power? Why do you have to visit Mayfly 52 times in prison? Why not just use your super love power and, I don't know, love the badness out of her? Now I realize that Joe Orlando, this is his own interpretation, and it's a one-shot, self-contained, feel-good issue, and in that regard it works. And honestly, if you want to give this to, if you're looking at a teenage girl and you want to get her into Wonder Woman and say you want to oversimplify Wonder Woman, say, yeah, this is Wonder Woman. Yeah, you can try to kill Wonder Woman, no problem. Not only after you try to kill Wonder Woman, she'll visit you in prison, even if you try to kill her, and she'll try to get to know you, and she'll open up to you, because that's what Wonder Woman does. So, I don't see Wonder Woman doing that I don't even think Wonder Woman confided that much in Batman when she was trapped for 39 years with Batman in the pages of Batman in a Tom King story. I don't think she confided in Batman like she confides in Mayfly, the person who tried to kill her. This is just, it just doesn't fly. As a longtime reader of Wonder Woman, it doesn't fly. This isn't my Wonder Woman. I don't want this to be my Wonder Woman. This is boring with a capital B. But you know what? If you want an oversimplistic version and you want something that maybe you'd see in a cartoon, this issue's for you. But boy, oh boy, this is something that I got to give this. I mean, I was really hoping for Joe Orlando to hit it out of the park with his opening story, but this, I have to say, is a huge disappointment. And not only is it a disappointment from in terms of that Wonder Woman would do something like this to confide and do this, because I don't respect it. I don't. I just can't. it doesn't fly with me. Now, I guess I'm probably coming across like a really cold person, but I don't care. It doesn't mesh with me. The other thing, it bothers me, I think, more. I mean, sure, Wonder Woman can be peace and loving and redemption, blah 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 blah, boring stuff, blah blah blah, whatever. Look at it from Mayfly's point of view, okay? I want Mayfly to be a good villain. Is this how you're gonna? I mean, Wonder Woman needs a better rogues gallery. Do we really want issues where Wonder Woman goes? I mean, no wonder why Wonder Woman has a shitty rogues gallery if she's gonna go around and forgive her enemies all the time and convert them into good people. Where the hell is the fun and drama in that? You think I want to read a comic about that? You think I want to read a comic about a rehabilitation process? Please, this is ridiculous. Again, I understand what Joe Orlando was trying to do, but man, don't forget that you're writing a superhero comic book, right? If you want to teach religion or teach Buddhist principles or theory of redemption, go read A Course in Miracles. My God, this is a comic book. It's supposed to have drama and action and fun. Good God, man, this is. Anyways, the story-wise, it was an okay story. It was boring as hell. So as a story-wise, I got to give it a 4 out of 10. Art, I got to give it a 6 out of 10. This is, you can skip this issue. Really skip this issue. Believe me, guys, every issue of James Robinson's run was at least as decompressed as it was. At least there was action and something going on, something. But this is just plain one long bore snore fest. And Mayfly, I what good are you now? You're not a good supervillain. We don't need another good person. Wonder Woman needs a villain. She doesn't need another woman that she's bonded with. That's the last thing Wonder Woman needs in her comic book is more women to bond with. She needs villains. She needs more drama. She needs some excitement and some good action. Okay? And she needs to show some capacity to think and to think strategically. And good God. Joe Orlando, I'm so disappointed in this. I'm not looking forward to your next few issues, and I'm already hoping that it's going to be done. And I don't know if J. Willow Wilson, if this is just going to be these themes of ongoing redemption, forgiveness, and love, blah 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 blah. Please give us some Warrior and the Peaceful Warrior, please, please, please. Anyways, guys, you can skip Wonder Woman issue 51, but if you want a feel good issue. Okay, by all means pick it up. I'm heavily biased against this type of generic one-dimensional storytelling, but hey, you can feel free to berate me with how wrong I am in the comments below if you want. In the meantime, guys, till next time, Comic Boom out.